Hey everybody, Biting Butterfly Tarot here. So we're going to get real today. I'm going to tell you a personal story. So this message is meant for someone out there, maybe quite a few of you. So if you never listen to anything I say ever again, please just give me a minute or two of your time. So I knew a guy named Brian about 24 years ago, a long time ago. He was my boss. He was also a really good friend, and we stayed in touch. We're still really good friends after I stopped working there. I moved away out of the state for about 13 years, and then I came back home. Well, after I got home for about 2 years, I started having this little voice, like, tell me, call Brian, and this was before my spiritual awakening. I didn't know what that little voice was, and I was like, yeah, I'll call him. And I kept putting it off and putting it off. Well, in late 2018, early 2019, the voice was more urgent, and it started to be every couple weeks, call Brian, or even sometimes a couple times a day. Call Brian. And I couldn't figure it out. Like, why is this that big of a deal? Well, I had a doctor's appointment I think it was late February of that year. And I thought, you know what? I'm not even going to call. I'm just going to show up, before I go to this doctor's appointment. So the day came, I went there. I went to where we used to work. I knew he still worked there. And went to the front desk, and there was a group of people there talking. Oh, sorry guys, it's a little difficult for me to tell this story. And so I was super excited. I mean, I almost just went in the back door, which in this day and age, let's face it, that wouldn't have been wise. Like, I own the place, but I said, is Brian here? And everybody stopped talking and just kind of looked at me. And she got this weird look on her face and looked at the other people around her and said, no. And I said, well, I told her my name, told her I used to work there, and that I was hoping to see him. And she goes, honey, I'm so sorry. He died. And I said, he died? What do you mean he died? When? And she said 2 weeks ago. He got sick. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with him. And I guess he had some internal bleeding, and he never made it out of the hospital. So what I'm telling this for now today, guys, is I never got to tell him, he was a true, solid, good, dear soul and friend to me. And I missed it by 2 weeks. Literally 2 weeks. Because I didn't listen to my intuition. And so for any of you out there, it doesn't matter if it's a past love, a friend, a family member. If you're getting that intuition, if you're getting that voice telling you to reach out and talk to somebody, it's for a reason. And please, please listen to it. Because once we're gone, once they're gone, you never have that chance. So I didn't mean to start this reading on a bad note. I just really felt compelled to tell somebody that. I do feel that there's someone out there getting all these signs and not acting on it because they're maybe scared of what that person will say, or to face their feelings and have to have that conversation. Do it. Please do it. So anyway, sorry about that. I'm going to try not to cry. Let's get started and see what Spirit wants everybody to know. So the cards we have out so far are Magic Prayer, Unexpected Visitors, Sacred Pool, Coming Apart, Cleaning House, Strength, Compass, Rescue, and Come Together. So those are all very happy, good cards. And then we've got a Change in the Wind, New Life, A Message in a Bottle, Why. That card's been coming out a lot. I think a lot of people are reflecting on the past and just thinking, why did this happen, or why did I go down this route? There's a Deep Knowing, Mending, one of my favorite cards. So that is reaching out and coming together, especially when it comes out with Clean It Up, Round and Round, and Building Blocks. So we'll get some clarifiers and, start the reading. So how do I want to go about this? All right, Spirit. This Magic Prayer, Unexpected Visitors, and Sacred Pool. It says, see the truth of the matter. There's going to be some small look or problems or inconveniences, and then spirituality and spiritual development. And that goes well with Magic Prayer. So I think a lot of people are waking up, starting to see like what they want, what they need out of life, how to move forward, really coming into their own spiritually. Now, there is a problem though with like repeating toxic cycles or patterns. On a lot of levels, I feel like that's just a fear of doing that. Like some people I think are afraid to take a leap of faith towards something new or towards their own happiness because maybe they did that in the past and it didn't work out well. And they're just saying, it's okay. Yeah, because somebody like kind of just sat on the fence, because that can also turn into a new cycle or pattern, if you just wait with the Hangman, the Four of Cups, blocking the sun. You know what I mean? So somebody just didn't take that opportunity, and I think are kind of looking back on it, and they're saying, see, the truth of the matter, it was essential to your spiritual development. Now, the unexpected visitors, let me get a different deck for that. House. Ooh, so someone's coming to your house? What about and what for? It might be unexpected. It could be also like just things going on at the home front. Ooh, deep love and the light at the end of the tunnel. So something you're not expecting. Oh, with communication. 8 of Wands. So what are they going to communicate to this person? Strength and the King of Cups. They're going to have the strength to tell you how deeply they love you. Why don't they expect this? Why don't they expect this person to come back in? Ace of Swords. And the Chariot. They might have left abruptly, did never come back to apologize. There might have been a moment of clarity where you kind of labeled the connection as something different, or just felt like they didn't love you or didn't care, probably because of the way they exited. Sacred Pool. False person. That could just be denial of a sacred connection or something really spiritual or important. Change is coming or change is needed. It's also similar to the readings last week where, I mean, the false person has come out all month long. There's that deep knowing, that inner wisdom that something's not quite right. What is this false person about? Veering off path, misdirection. So I think someone went off path with the person that isn't their person. Your ancestors are helping behind the scenes. So whether that's you or the person that you're dealing with, your ancestors are helping to kind of rectify that behind the scenes and put you back on track with that compass. And notice how strength also came out here, and cleaning house. And we got that house card. There's going to be some big changes here for some of you out there. The Fool. Yep. Take that leap of faith towards the right direction. Don't be guarded. It's almost like a refusal to do it. Someone walked away from a deep, deep, deep love. Or they're walking away from something that's not towards who they really love. The Queen of Cups is the most love you can get. Best card in the deck for love. What about coming apart? It's number 46. That might be significant to some of you. Adjudication tried to flip out. Concern. What's the concern about coming apart? Maybe logistics, maybe the storm. Oh, the Tower. So the event that leads to it. So let's see what that entails. Why is the storm here? With concern. 7 of Swords. Someone feels like they would be, I don't know, betraying what they've built. Look at these 7. 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. It's like they built a foundation and they don't want to tear it down in the name of love. Logically, they're having a hard time with that. Logically, it doesn't make sense. They don't know how it could go well, but their heart won't let it go. There's a very firm one of that. Yeah, 9 of Cups. Happiness, wish fulfillment. It can also be, if they're in a different relationship, the complacency card. 2 of Swords, I'm sorry. So they're kind of at a stalemate. They feel trapped. They won't take the blindfold off. But Spirit's really been reaching out to them. Temperance. So when is this Tower going to happen? Or what is going to happen to make the Tower fall? That's probably the best way. 3 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, and the 7 of Wands. The burden has gotten too strong versus what they feel in their heart and what they need in the material world. But that is going to eventually cause the Tower and cause them to kind of have to clean house. Clean house, strength, and compass. There's an expectation, pathway, 28's been coming out constantly, and main male. Look at that, guys. That's awesome. So some of you might have been expecting this a long time ago, and it's taken a while. Others of you, I don't think, are going to expect it at all, but this masculine energy has this expectation that someday, some way, this is going to come back together. Why is pathway here? I'm going to start there and move backwards. They had an epiphany, a sudden realization of truth or divinely guided thought or idea. So they realized, I went down the wrong path. What was this epiphany? There's the expectation card. Maybe whenever things ended, they didn't, think it would be forever, or you didn't. Someone expected for it to come back together pretty quickly, or to be able to move past it. Look at this, guys. 3 of Wands, Queen of Cups, the Hierophant, and the 4 of Cups. So they know, like, they did not take the path of love. They didn't go the way they should have. What is this expectation card for? What is their expectation? See, they took a deeper look. They went within. And there were certain expectations, I think, that they expected from this relationship in the beginning, and it ended up being deeper and more than what they expected because you felt like home. The main male. Divine masculine. Okay, can we get some more on that? Oh, see, repeating patterns on the wheel. So he's done repeating those past patterns. I don't think he quite knows how to get out of everything. What are these past patterns? Partner, spouse, and love. They also don't want to repeat the patterns that they made with you, maybe. Like maybe you might have paid for some of their partner's mistakes or their past romantic partner's mistakes. But look at this. Unrealistic expectations with the expectation card. So that leads me to believe someone had unrealistic expectations of this going in. Spiritual lessons. They've learned a lot spiritually. I think you have too. And there's the partner or spouse that they, keep repeating those patterns with in love. And it's because of this, the Page of Pentacles. They're basing it on practicality and not off of their heart. But that's going to change. Justice. That is definitely going to change. What's going to trigger that change? 4 of Cups. 4 of Pentacles. So the Divine's there. The Lovers. And the 5 of Wands. So it's like so conflicting. They struggle so much with this. That they didn't tell you how they felt. That they left you as a missed opportunity. Let's see, anything else? King of Swords. They made a head over heart decision. And it's left them in a lot of pain. A lot of regret. So they know. So rescue and come together. Thief and unexpected income. And I think that's just the blessings. They realize once you guys come back together, you're going to have it all. Thief, please. The Angel. So they could be having an awakening. There's a back and forth energy. And for some of them, they're stealing their own happiness because they just refuse to give in. Unexpected income. Especially for people that are really stability based. And they have a hard time making that choice based upon their heart. So there's a missing piece of information. They're figuring it out that income just isn't money. That someone's losing hope, or this could be a situation where it's going to be kind of a battle to get out of it. Why is Thief here? Lots of regret. Yeah, they cheated themselves out of this happiness with the Sun. What did they figure out? The Wheel of Fortune. It's fated. 2 of Wands, who they should choose, who they didn't choose. And Judgment. Good grief, guys. This just keeps getting better and better. Definitely check out last week's readings and the love readings for October if this resonates. So there's going to be change in the wind, new life, and message in a bottle. That's super exciting. What does that mean? What does that entail? The Crossroads. Number 22. And the Sun. So someone's about to make a decision solely on their happiness. This masculine over here. Could possibly be an air sign. Doesn't have to be, though. So what will this message say? The child. There's an innocence in your love, like a purity. The journal and the snake. And I think that snake is just like them cheating themselves, or if anybody else got in the way of this dynamic. What deck do I want to use? Let's use this. Why is the snake here? Yeah, they chose the wrong person for some of you. Two of Wands, or maybe a friend, you know, wasn't too keen on your connection. They left someone out in the cold. Or they were worried about what they'd have to give up financially for some of you. What about the child? Some of you, you could have known this person way back in the day. It's also a past life soulmate card. So the Magician, Six of Swords, the Lovers, and the Three of Wands. There's those expectations again. And so, oh, a new beginning with the child. There's an expectation they have here that they're going to manifest this with you. The journal. And keep in mind, guys, you don't have to take them back. If this was a toxic person, I don't feel toxic energy from this at all. So this is probably not your story. Two of Cups. Something, you might have written something to them, or they might have been reading something that triggered, like why they can't let you go because you're, you know, a deep soulmate, a deep soul contract. There's two twos there again. So this is definitely fated. What is this crossroad with the Sun? Temperance, Six of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, oh my goodness, and the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords again, that truth about what they want, what's in their heart. What was I going to do? I was going to pull a different card. So I think that all this goes in with it. This clean it up, mending, deep knowing, and why. Building blocks, round and round. What's some final advice that you have for the collective? And we'll get some other oracle cards to kind of close it out. About this situation, Spirit. The Nine of Cups. The Three of Cups. Communication. Communicate your feelings about what you expect, your fears, anything hidden, because the moon came out as well. Just kind of lay it all out on the table and own your truth. The Nine of Wands, that's the victorious Nine of Wands, though. It's different than this one that was holding on, refusing to surrender. This one surrendered and is victorious. So just kind of surrender to your own feelings as well. The World, so some cycles are going to close, and Four of Wands. Wow. So it's going to end up good for you either way, whoever's watching. So let's do some final oracle cards to tie this all together. I sure appreciate anyone who's listened to this. Thank you for bearing with me. It was kind of a difficult read after telling that story. But if you liked it, please come back. You know, check out the other videos. Join our tribe. Love to have you. Share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution and expression. So it's time, you know, to state your truth. Exactly what I said. If you're that person and Spirit's been telling you, sending you signs, or you hear that little voice. See, the voice of intuition is kind of, it gets ignored a lot because it's quiet. You know, it's very calm and it's just a simple message. And people get that, you know, concerned and think, oh, well, that's just my fears. That's just my ego. And your intuition's not going to scream loudly unless you're getting chased by like a tiger or something, you know. It's going to be more quiet and subtle. And if you're seeing those signs, please don't have any regrets. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? Boundaries. Somebody might need to establish better boundaries. You know, for your own happiness, you probably look out for everybody else, not so much about your own self-love. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. So some of you out there are light workers, and it's time to share your voice and shine your light. Anything else before we wrap all this up? Pillar of light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. So listen to your intuition. Some of you know exactly what this entails. And two more to wrap it up. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So take off that mask. Whatever's meant to be yours will always be yours. And protection, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. So for some of you, if you're not in the same timeline where this person is ready to reach out, it's solely because just take back your energy. That sounds counterproductive to having someone come back, but it's just the way energy works. And as soon as you move on, you pull them back in. So thank you for being here. I hope that you all have a wonderful weekend. Love and light, and take care.